Next question. Hey, Merja, my relationship with my family is strained. I hear you. Back to the question. I have gone from having compliant boundaries to having avoidant boundaries, and now the whole relationship feels like it's on hold. I need to get clearer vision and direction for what I want my relationship with my family to look like going forward. My feelings toward my parents have been colored by their addictions, as well as my mother's narcissistic behavior, mental illness, and emotional neediness. My question is, what is my first step towards building a vision and direction? How can I start parsing out, so kind of fixing what it is that I want and need in a realistic way? And you've hit the nail on the head. It has to be realistic, as in you can't have unrealistic expectations from people who might have, you were saying mental illness, narcissistic behavior, and emotional neediness. So you kind of have to be a little bit realistic about what's actually possible in those relationships, not deciding on their behalf, but actually from your own protectional, I don't know if that's the word, protectional point of view, where if you could have the relationship that you wanted, what would it look like? So start with that. Start building a vision of what you would like, and then also write down what it's realistically likely to be, and try to do that without having like a trigger, like a hooked into you. Try to kind of zoom out a little bit and say, hey, you know what? Based on my parents' past behavior, this is likely to happen, this is not likely to happen. If you can emotionally detach from the kind of the emotions of hurt and pain that they caused you, then try and do this exercise with another person who's not emotionally involved in the issue. But try and look at, first of all, what would you like, then what it's likely to be, and then try and find some of your needs to be met by how it's likely to be, and then build on that relationship. The other thing is you can have like adopted parents, intuitive parents. They don't even need to know that they are, your adopted mother or father, but look at people that you really respect and trust, and that have the kinds of qualities that you would like to have had as a child of your parents. So play pretend of having those people as your parent, and pretend as if when you are in touch with them that their behavior is that of a nurturing parental figure. And when you do that, when you allow yourself to do that, it can be very healing for your inner children, whilst of course you're still holding reasonable and appropriate boundaries with these people, as in you're not expecting them to actually be your parents or even necessarily want to be a part of your experiment. But just give your inner children that experience of that love and care that you didn't receive as a child, or whatever else is in your what would I like to have vision list. So once you've journaled that. So I'd start with there. And something I've learned over the years is that people aren't assholes because they want to be assholes. People who are very few people are born psychopaths or sociopaths or narcissists. Something really bad happened to them that made them disconnect from what's going on. And if you can accept that, and if you can accept it, you can accept it, then that might be a nice starting point for you. But be really real with yourself. You deserve that safety. So let me know how that helped, if that helps, or is there more that we need